Little village in Brazil, way back in the heartland of that big country. Common peasant family, many children. One child there was named Christina, beautiful, young, dynamic, bouncy Christian girl, but she always talked about Rio. I want to go to Rio. I want to live my life in Rio. And her mother tried to discourage her, but one morning, her mother, Maria, got up and looked in the room where the children would sleep, and there, the oldest teenage girl, her pallet was empty, and that mother knew that she had somehow gone to Rio. And the mother went out, took all the money she had, went down to a little drugstore there in the village that they had one of those machines where you can take your picture, and she used all the money she had and took all the pictures of herself that she could afford, had a stack of black and white pictures. And that Mother Maria got on the bus and took that long ride to Rio, hoping somehow, some way she'd find her daughter who had run away to the big city. She spent weeks there, and everywhere she went, she took pictures of herself. She'd put them on bulletin boards in little flop houses. She put them there in little marketplaces on boards of announcements. She put it there in houses of prostitution. She put the picture of herself all over the area, hoping somehow, some way, her daughter Christina would see her picture. And finally, she ran out of money. She ran out of pictures, and she got on a bus and went all the way back to her little village in the heart of Brazil, crying all the way, knowing she had lost a daughter, a beautiful daughter. Months went by. One day, Christina was coming out of a flop house. No longer did her brown eyes bounce. No longer was she bubbling. No longer was she alive with life. She was older than her years, worn, beaten, tired, discouraged, thinking she had missed life altogether, thinking there was no hope. And she wanted to go back, she said, that little village to her pallet, but because of her pride, she said it's too late. But she walked down these steps this day and looked on the little bulletin board, and she saw there a picture of her mother. And she went over and took that picture down and turned it over on the back, and it said, whatever you've done, whatever you've become, it doesn't matter. Come home. She did.